So coming up this weekend, we've got the return of the Tartan Tornado making his debut at £147 against Ekow Essuman in an exciting matchup. I think this has got fireworks written all over it. The Glasgow crowd will be off their tits as per usual, which should make for a cracking atmosphere, and hopefully the fight delivers. So Josh Taylor has a record of 19-2 with 13 wins coming via knockout. He's had a few suspect performances recently, and he's not been the most active, which obviously isn't good news for him, especially at the age of 34. You don't want to be too active, but he should have been fighting minimum 2 times a year, and I really do feel as if that's been a massive reason for why he's looked so bad recently. But to be fair, prior to the first Catrol fight, he did look phenomenal at 140. He cleaned up. He was undisputed. He had some unbelievable wins against Ivan Baranchik back in 2019, beating him via a unanimous decision. He then defeated Regis Prograis, who was 24-0 at the time at the O2. That was a brilliant win. Fantastic fight as well. It could have been a draw, but I did think Josh Taylor just about done enough to win. So yeah, that was a majority decision win. He then fought Kong Song. The less said about him, the better. He was about as much use as me in the bedroom after 10 pints and 10 bags of gear. He KO'd him with a left hook to the body in round 1. Just unbelievable how bad Kong Song was. Where the hell they found him, I will never know. But then in Taylor's next fight, he beat Jose Ramirez, a fantastic fighter in his own right. Taylor dropped him twice in round 6 and 7 en route to a unanimous decision victory. And after that, he was undisputed, so it was job done. And you thought he would move up to 147 then. And then next up was Jack Catrol in Glasgow. Everyone thought it was a routine win for Taylor. It was just a homecoming fight, and I fell for Catrol going into it because I just thought he's going to get absolutely smashed here. And to be fair to Jackie boy, he boxed out of his skin. He beat Taylor with ease. He dropped him in round 8. And for me, you can only make an argument for Taylor winning 1 round clearly in that fight. Maybe 2 or 3 rounds tops, but it was all one-way traffic. Catrol schooled him. He hurt him repeatedly. And then somehow Josh Taylor wins on a split decision. I mean, it's not the first time an Englishman's been robbed in Glasgow on a Saturday night, and unfortunately, it won't be the last. I felt so sorry for Catrol. His dreams got taken away from him that night. He would have been undisputed. It's not Josh Taylor's fault, but there is just no way Josh Taylor won that fight. It was a clear win for Catrol. And then next up for the Tartan Tornado was Teofimo Lopez, where I actually thought he looked quite good for the first 3 rounds. He was boxing well. He was outworking Lopez. And then Teofimo took over for the last 9 rounds. I thought it was quite a easy win for Lopez in the end. He won a unanimous decision. 2 of the cards were 115, 113. The other one was 117, 111, which I thought was bang on. And then Taylor was last out against Jack Catrol in a rematch, which was a really good fight. Catrol this time did get the decision in a fight that I actually thought was closer than their first fight. I thought Taylor did have his moments, but I thought 8-4 Catrol was about right. So going into this Ekow Essuman fight for Taylor, he's only had 5 fights in 5 years, which just isn't good for anybody. And I do think he will look a lot better at the new weight. He was definitely tight at 140, and he should have moved up after he beat Jose Ramirez. But he has finally moved up now, and it is going to be interesting to see what Taylor looks like. At his best, he plays with Ekow Essuman. Taylor's got every shot in the book. He's a southpaw. He's aggressive. He did have power at 140. We don't know if that's going to carry up. So there's a lot of question marks over Taylor at the new weight and with his recent performances, but even at 50%, I do feel as if he will have enough to beat Ekow Essuman. But Ekow will be looking to pull off the upset. The Engine has a record of 21-1 with 8 wins coming via knockout. He had a superb 2024, defeating Owen Cooper via a 10th round TKO. He dropped Cooper in round 6. And then Essuman himself got dropped in round 9 before finishing off Cooper in round 10, dropping him again. It was an absolute war. And then he beat Ben Vaughan via a majority decision in another really good fight. That was another fantastic win for Ekow. So he's going to be full of confidence. He's not a massive puncher. He's only got the 1 loss on his record to Harry Scarf. And he's called the Engine for a reason. He's got really good stamina. He comes on strong. Although not the biggest puncher, like I say, he obviously can hurt fighters late, as we've seen before. So for him, I hate to say it because it sounds disrespectful, but I think the only way he wins this fight is if Taylor has digressed even more than what he already has done, because I do feel as if Josh Taylor, at this stage of his career still, should have more than enough to deal with Ekow Essuman. But good luck to Ekow. I don't see him pulling it off this weekend at all. I think Taylor will start fast. I think he'll slow down Essuman to the body. and I do see him hurting Essuman a couple of times. I don't think he'll have enough to get him out of there because Essuman is tough. He's the established welterweight. He's the naturally bigger man. But I do think Taylor will win quite convincingly on the scorecards. I think 8-4, 9-3, something like that. In a competitive fight, a fun fight that does have its moments where it's back and forth, but for the majority of it, I think Taylor will just be too good. So yeah, Taylor on points for me, but good luck to Ekow. If he can pull it off, I would be over the moon for him. Good to see Moses Atauma on the undercard as well. He's fighting Mike Belugan, who has got absolutely no chance. Moses will walk through him, I think, inside a round. Belugan's a former American footballer, and normally when you get American footballers going into boxing, it doesn't end well. Moses looks like the future undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. He's a southpaw. He's getting bigger all the time. He's still 20 years old, so he's going to grow into a decent-sized heavyweight, I think. He's so fast. He's got power in both hands, great timing and footwork. He's got Ben Davison in his corner, and he is improving every fight, as Dempsey McKean found out last time out. And Dempsey McKean is a level above Mike Belugan. So for me, Moses will stop Belugan with ease. And if Belugan reaches round 2, that's a massive achievement for him because he got stopped inside 2 rounds against Murat Gassiev, who has not looked good at heavyweight. So hopefully after this one, Moses fights someone who's going to give him a real test, because the only thing we don't know about Moses is if he can take a shot. If he can take a shot, he has got everything. So it's going to be a walkover for him, but it is what it is. It is easy to forget how young he is as well, so I do understand that he does need fights like this, and it's good for the Scottish crowd to see him as well. First time fighting in Scotland, so they're in for a treat. So yeah, let me know your thoughts as always, guys. Enjoy the boxing at the weekend. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all on the next one.